I want to talk about something real quick. Gullible. Like when someone says you're gullible, it means that you're easy to deceive. I find that unique. One of the key things you're doing is deception. So to me, it sounds like gullible is a game, no different than like no homo, or pause, when you're essentially, to have a little fun, to play a prank or a trick on someone. Gullible cannot be a state of being. I mean, yes, someone can fall for the same trick multiple times, but once again, that just means they have a lot of trust in you. And if you keep deceiving them, the only person that in that room is bad is you, not them for falling for the same trick multiple times. And do understand, yes, I get that, falling for a trick over and over again obviously could make you seem like you're gullible because it's like, you still don't know not to trust me. I want to tell you about when I was in high school. There was an assembly. We all usually meet at the end of the day. They're called family meetings. The counselors, the teachers, they do debriefs on the day, yada yada, what's going on. Maybe they pass out checks and stuff. Yes, I got paid in high school, whatever. Now, there was one time there's like a speech and the guy was like, well, what happens if I told y'all to check underneath y'all's seats? Would you believe me or whatever? So I checked underneath my seat because I mean, why would you deceive me? I don't have any reason not to believe you or not to check underneath my seat if you told me to. You know what I mean? I just do it. Then it happened the next day. Check underneath your seat. Okay, check again. I don't really see why you tell me not to. Then on a third day, I switched seats with my fucking homie, but check underneath your seat. And the seat I usually sat in had a letter in it. I can't remember. I think it was like money or something. But what was funny about it was that I knew, because like check underneath your seat, just do it. You never know. Like there was money or tickets or whatever. I can't remember what it exactly was because, memory gets a little hazy. But they put that underneath there to show trust and like faith and all that. Would you do something for your faith? Would you do something for, if someone told you to? And it wasn't like it was harmful, so it wasn't like I felt I was being betrayed or anything. So, it's just that kind of like level of trust where you got to keep doing that, or else you're just going to give up. You got to keep doing that in humanity. Even though every time you go out and interact with the world, it's like, I got, white people telling me, my life is bad because I ain't in a 2-parent household. I'm doing just fine. They tell me, because I have ADHD, I have some kind of disability, which once again, I'm doing just fine. And just all these other things, right? But every day I test those things. I've taken Ritalin as a kid. Fucking terrible, which by the way, I prefer weed over Ritalin any day. Like I said, the 2-parent household thing, I've found family and friends and, the community. I'd go to y'all to talk to y'all about things if I wish to talk to y'all, which I'm not I don't like to communicate, but if I do have something to talk to y'all, I'd just go to my uncle, who's more like a dad to me than my dad because my dad wasn't there. Do understand, just because you have a dad and that nigga busted a nut and he's the guy to create you, the only thing that means is you can't fuck him. Okay? That's all blood relations mean to anyone, is you can't fuck them. When it comes to a family dynamic, I'm just gonna say this, I know it's weird, but like I would rather y'all fuck each other than fight each other. If that was on my point, incest is way better than an abusive, toxic family. Just throwing that out there. Anyone who's there to give you advice, who's there to make sure the betterment of your life is continued, is more of a father figure than someone who just, wanted some pussy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want some pussy. I'll nut in one of y'all's mom and leave. But I'm not gonna I'm not one of those people to abandon my kids. I just can't do it. It's not part of my thing. Like I said, I haven't had a father. I would like to be there for my kids. And I do understand, I do want to walk out on these little motherfuckers half the time. Like, boy, I realize why dads don't stay around. Anyway, that's just my little high rant. I get high. I don't know if I'm not. Who am I sharing these with? I haven't shared these with anyone. Who am I? Does it like? What the fuck it? It's all good. If I do ever decide to share this, I might make this the first one I share. But do understand, if I do, I want to explain something to what you just witnessed. I do these little rants when I get high because I think having my mind, the thoughts, and then I elaborate on those. Or maybe if I'm thinking of this thing out loud, is it like something that sounds good? Not saying I'm not coherent. I do, and that's the other thing. There's like a big marijuana like thing I want to talk about because it's like layers deep. The whole marijuana, just everything about it is like extensive. I'll get to that later, but I do want to say I am coherent. And I know a lot of people go, weed brain doesn't make you coherent, but it absolutely does. I can tell you, the fucking time right now is like 9. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, because this is gonna sound silly. It's gonna it's gonna sound like I don't know time, and I just told you I could tell you time. But the issue is, when we fell back, I think I set the time just like a little too different. So on my microwave it says 9:49. On my stove it says 9:52. So let me see if it's 9:50. Huh. I need to get on that. This is just what some of this stuff I think about, you know, and I look back on the video. I can discuss things. Maybe there's some things in here, some topics I talked about. This is why I don't want to share these videos, is because if they get to a dead ass fear, I know this is once again going to sound narcissistic, is I get too big and I'm not ready for it, you know. Do these videos, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? People start liking them, people start liking me, and then I get too big, you know. Humbly, I got like 300 people, that's a small enough audience for me, you know. Y'all listening, great. But if I get like 1 million, nigga, I'm shutting down. There's too many people. I mean, too many eyes, too many. I could be wise and whatnot, and I could talk to y'all. I'm not ready for it yet. All right, like there's a time, there's a place. That time, that place, I don't think it's now. So maybe, who knows? But if I start sharing more of these, you guys will probably start picking up and, oh, maybe, I don't know, liking what I say. But why am I rambling? I'm just rambling. Just let me ramble. Just fuck it. I'm just speaking to the ethos, maybe. Who knows? I'm gonna share this one. All of us are gonna run through it together. I'm still gonna edit it, but we're gonna run through it together.